Hello, good morning, guys. Welcome to another podcast. Most of the time, I record these and then I just keep them unlisted on YouTube, and then whoever is part of my team can go and see it. But today, I decided to do it to where everyone can hear it, and so welcome, guys. Today's topic is all about body image and seeing the way you see yourself as God sees you. My whole entire program that I do on Beachbody is all faith-derived oils, as well as workout programs and everything like that. I don't really follow the regimen that most Beachbody coaches follow. Most of the time, they're really super stringent as to what you can say, what you can do. And I was kind of put into that block whenever I first started Beachbody. And I quickly realized that I do not work well in that way, and I don't think a lot of people want to be a part of Beachbody with that type of mindset. I think that's the reason why a lot of people decide that they don't want to be part of MLM program and everything like that, because there are some really horrid comments and really mean things that coaches say to others to kind of like lift them up and want them to do better. And that's not really the way that I feel like God intended MLMs to work, or how he intended Beachbody to work. And so I kind of just decided to make my own program based off of that. And so that is kind of what I'm going to be talking to you guys today about. And just kind of about how God wants us to see our bodies, and how body comparison is a real thing and it's really hard to get out of. So that's what we're going to start talking about right now. I deal with body comparison quite often, being a coach and just being like a person in general. I tend to compare my body to other people, and I look at them and I see what they have and how come I don't have that. Or I see like, oh, they have abs and I don't. Or they have more muscles in this area and I don't. They don't have any cellulite and I do. My body is completely different than everyone else's, and I think that every single person has a different body type, and it's okay. We can be put in different categories as to what our body type is, right? Like mine, I have like thicker thighs and a butt, and other people don't necessarily have that. Or we can be put in different groups like that, but that's not, our body type is not going to be the same whenever we are within that group. And God made us unique in that way. He decided that he was going to make us this specific way, which is the way that we are. And we need to learn to be okay with it and be happy with it. And learn to start loving our bodies. And I think through the journey of me going on to the 2B Mindset program of Beachbody, I have learned to start loving my body and being completely okay with it. About a year ago, I made a video on YouTube talking about body positivity, and I made a follow-up video this past year talking about body positivity, and I find it so vitally important to love your body and see how God sees your body, because it is so important, not only for your mental health, but also your physical health. Because if your mental health is down and you think that you're doing really crappy and you're not doing well in life, then your body's going to feel that way, and you're going to feel lethargic, tired, unhappy, and very just depressed. I don't know if you guys have heard this before, but comparison is the thief of joy. And every single time that we compare ourselves to someone else and compare our situation, our body, our job, our relationships, we start losing the joy in those things. It could be in our hobbies. Like, for instance, like if you're doing a hobby such as, like, for instance, like YouTube or coaching or whatever it may be, and you love it and you feel so much better doing it, but you're not doing as well as the person that's next to you, or you're not doing as well as the person who's been doing it for like 10 years, you're obviously okay. You're obviously not going to be doing the same thing, but you should be happy in that moment. This is a hobby. This is something fun that you do for yourself. Like, you shouldn't have to worry or compare yourself to that person who does it as a business, who does it for their full-time job, right? Like, I don't do coaching as my full-time job. I make income off of it, but it's not like my full-time job. And I can't compare myself to someone who spends all day on this, or someone who this is their sole purpose and their sole job, because it's not comparable. And we need to start realizing that our bodies are not comparable to another person's. I used to see my body as someone that was very timid. And the reason why I was timid was because I wasn't comfortable in my own body. I wasn't comfortable in who I was. And it took me a long time, not until like my senior year of high school, to finally feel comfortable in my own body. And then I went to college and I kind of like was still comfortable in my own body and confident, but it went down a couple notches because I was in a completely new place with new people, and it kind of went down a little bit. And then now I'm finally back to where I was my senior year of high school, and that took me like 3 years to do. And I think small, slow changes really make a difference in body confidence, your health, and your wellness. Sometimes financially, it's very hard to be able to maintain what you started, and that's okay. And the number one question is, isn't Beachbody expensive? Those types of things. Yes, it is. It is expensive. It's $99 for Shakeology, for 2 flavors, and that's a fair amount of money to just shovel out. But you have to remember that this is for your health, this is for your wellness, and one slow, small step in the right direction can then amplify how you see your body. In this program, I am not here to tell you how to eat. I am not here to tell you what to do or how to live or anything like that. I am just here to encourage you, to step you into the right direction. And I think that's where a lot of coaches kind of get a little bit too harsh and too, I guess just the word is harsh, because they just expect you to be able to keep producing things, keep getting coaches under your belt, keep doing whatever. And sometimes, some months, no one's going to want to spend money on Shakeology. No one's going to want to spend money on becoming a coach, and that's okay. And I think that for me personally, I have put my worth in that, and I have put my worth and my body in that specific success chart. Like, if I'm not going to the next program and I'm not doing the next program, or if I'm not getting 5 coaches every month underneath my belt, or if I'm not getting clients and coaches every single minute of every day, at least one a day, then I'm not being confident in myself. My body is not good enough, because people wouldn't be able to see it. They wouldn't be able to trust the program. There's so many things that I feel like I was doubting myself on because of all of the things that I was told in the very beginning of my Beachbody journey. And that was like, if you follow these steps, you follow this program, you do this, you will get people and it will easily flow to you. And it just hasn't happened that way. And I think once I surrender to that idea and surrender to my body and surrender to the fact that I am doing this for myself, I am doing this for my own self-worth, and I'm doing this for my own importance of my body, then that was whenever I finally stopped body shaming myself, mentally screwing myself over, thinking that I'm not good enough because no one wants to be under me as a coach, and different things like that. And I think once I started to surrender to that idea and that mindset, people started liking my content. People started liking and realizing that I wasn't trying so hard, and that it just kind of flowed to me in the ways of just being myself. And if you're either A, that coach, or A, that person where you just feel like you're trying so hard and nothing's happening, relax. Take a deep breath. Realize that things don't just happen like that. You have to accept yourself first. You have to accept your body first. You have to love all your squishy bits on your body. All your cellulite that I have to love. Everything that you do, such as getting that Whataburger and enjoying that meal, enjoy it, girl. Enjoy what you're doing. Love what you're doing, but do not sit in the disgustingness of eating something that's not healthy and then sitting in the grossness of being like, wow, I hate myself for this. Because 9 out of 10 times, a Beachbody coach is going to eat something like that and not post about it, not talk about it. And I think it's important to remember that no one is perfect on social media, and we need to really guard our hearts in that way. Because social media, you only see small snippets of everything. And I think that that's really important. Like, you see all of these progress pictures, which is like where someone takes a picture at the very beginning of the program. Then they post another picture of someone else, like, not someone else, themselves after that program, and you can see like a difference, like a stark difference. And they don't show the ups and downs of that journey. They don't show the mental game that they played with themselves to get up in the morning and work out. They never showed anything like that because they decided that they were just going to show their progress and not the whole progress of their mental health, not the whole progress of their health and wellness. Nothing like that. They never showed that. They just kind of showed what they wanted to show. And that's something to remember whenever going through that and getting into your body and out of your head. And remembering that you are not that person, right? Like, you could do the same program, eat the same things, do everything the same as that person and not have the same results. And that is because our metabolisms are different. Our mental health is different. Our home life, work life situation is different. Our whole entire relationships that we have are different, which relationships are such a big, important part of your wellness journey because it is one of your number one things. If you don't have a good relationship with yourself, if you don't have a good relationship with the food, if you don't have a good relationship with your spouse or significant other or parents or family members or anything like that that you actively have to try at, or even like your work life, if you don't have a good relationship with all of those things, mentally, physically, emotionally, all the things, then it's going to be really hard to continue on in your journey of wellness. Complete wellness is definitely possible whenever you don't have a specific good work-life situation. And I think that that is a very good step. Like, if you're trying to get out of a specific situation and this is the way that you're going to do it, is becoming healthier, becoming more fit, becoming more active on your goals, then this is a very great way to help your relationship, because you have to start working on yourself to be able to help a relationship. But it will affect your journey. And I think that that is something that people always just assume. Like, I know whenever I first started coaching, I was like in the middle of COVID and I was just a new manager and I didn't really know what I was doing, and I was so stressed and so freaked out and so everything that I couldn't make it to the meetings every Sunday, and I couldn't make it to the Monday meetings that we had, and I felt really bad about it. And then my coach never made me feel much better about it. And so then I just kind of like sat in this wall of sorrow for such a long time. And then I realized, you know what? Her situation is not the same as mine. She's a teacher. She can do this. She's the one that is able to plan out her days a little bit better because she has a more consistent schedule. She has different things on her plate. She has a different relationship. She has a different this. She has a different that. And I can't compare myself and my journey and my wellness journey to hers. And I can't compare my program to hers, right? Like, my wellness journey that I started is much different than hers, and that's okay. And I started this program to be happy in a completely different way than most coaches do, right? Like, most coaches, they will find like whatever the new program is, they promote that and they get people on that in their wellness journey because that might help someone different than what they did to get started into Beachbody. And that's fine, but I wanted a program where it helped you mentally, physically, and emotionally relieve and like get rid of all of the mental effed upness that you have. And I wanted something to where you could have a body confidence that no one else could slander and make you feel uncomfortable about. And if you couldn't make it to a meeting, I didn't want you to feel uncomfortable. I didn't want you to feel like you couldn't come talk to me. I didn't want you to feel any of that because that's how I felt, and I did not want that for you. So I created To Be Happy to give you a complete place where you feel whole, happy, and it was just wholesome wellness. And I call it wellness, not fitness journey, because it is something much more than just losing weight. It's something much more than just eating healthier and having better habits. It is a complete transformation. For me, once I finished my program, I felt a complete transformation in myself and in my health. And I want that for you. And so I wanted to be an encourager. I wanted to give you the encouragement and the resources that you needed. So if you wanted something, I was going to be able to give it to you. And I use a combination of Young Living essential oils and Beachbody to kind of combine to make one whole program. You don't have to buy either one. You don't have to do whatever. I am here to help you financially kind of come up with a program that works best for you. So I can come up with a meal plan that works best for your specific budget, right? So like I work in a grocery store, so I can give you the best tips on what to buy, the things that are the healthiest for your specific budget. I help you come up with a budget plan for when to buy Shakeology to be able to kind of help you save the money to be able to purchase it every other month or every 3 months or whatever it may be. And I am able to help you if you want to create this business, to create a business and create it your own. Not have to be the typical Beachbody coach that has different programs and starts different programs every month. I want you to be able to create this business about yourself, right? Like this is about you creating your business and helping other women that are like you. I can't tell you how many times I was told that I would have to start a different program because this might help another group of people or this might have another group of people. But I'm telling you, there are more people out there that are struggling and have struggled with the same things that you did that you can help. And there will be continuously more people that you can help in that situation because everyone struggles with different things. And the program that I have been offering people have been helping them. And I think that that is because I am authentically myself. And I want you guys to be as authentically you as possible. And the whole program is for me to encourage you to become that person. I am not pushy. I am not anything. You can purchase the program and then not start it a month later. And I will check in with you every other week. See whenever you start. And then whenever you start, I can help you kind of grow in that journey and kind of see how that goes for you. Now, whenever you first start, I do send you a fair amount of emails, but that's just to finally understand you, understand what you want to gain from the program, so that way I can give you the best possible chance of being successful. So you can purchase the program, you can try it out, and I can, I'm going to ask you questions such as what do you want from your journey, what are you wanting from health, wellness, etc. And then I also ask you kind of like what the reason is that you are working towards, like your why as to why you're starting this and why you're doing this. So that way you have it for yourself. I generally kind of like make it for myself so that way I kind of know how to guide you, but it's ultimately for yourself to be able to come up with those ideas. I ask you those questions to provoke the thoughts that you need. So that way whenever you wake up and you don't want to wake up in the morning, that thought is being provoked in your head and then you are able to do it. So with that, I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming back to this program. I wanted to thank all the people who are listening, and if you're interested, let me know. I would love to help you. And if one of my other fellow coaches has a better program that better suits you, I will direct you towards them because they are probably the best person to talk to. So I love you guys. I'm thankful for you every single day, and I'm sending my love, my peace, and my prayers. Bye. Also, by the way, my body image video that I made about a year ago will be linked with this specific podcast/video thing. So just want to let you know. Okay, now I'm actually out.